I'll be starting off with a Glow First Priming Serum. Next, I'll be using my Klairs Moisturizer. I'll be going in with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Soap Foundation, and I'll be buffing this into my face with a foundation brush. Using the Bobbi Brown Under Eye Concealer, I'm going to be putting this under my eyes with my ring finger. With the Huda Beauty Cream Contour, I'm going to be using a small brush, and I'll be applying this to my nose, along my cheekbones, also in the temples of the forehead, and along the jawline as well. I also go underneath my lower lip to add a little bit of depth and shadow to my lip. And I'll be going back with the foundation brush to blend this out. I applied my concealer off camera, but I'll be going in with the Beauty Blender and blending that in. To set my under eyes, I'm going to be using the Mercier Secret Eye Brightening Powder. Since I have my eyebrows microbladed, I'm just going to be going in with the ABH Brow Freeze to shape my brow hairs. I'll be curving them up and slightly brushing them to the side. Next, I'll be going into my P. Louise base to prime the eyes. With the M Cosmetics Divine Skies Eye Palette, I'm going to be going into the Coral Peachy shade and adding this to the base of my eyelid. I'm using a patting motion to create a half moon shape on my eyes. Then I'll be using a fluffy blending brush to blend this out. To bring more depth to my monolid eyes, I like to bring this up into the corners closer to the eyebrow. And if you find that your shape needs some fixing, you can just go back in with your Beauty Blender. Next, I'll be going into the Too Faced Just Peachy palette, and I'll be going into this dark brown eyeshadow. I'm going to be using this dark brown shadow and staying close to the lash line to create a wing. Again, I'm going to be packing down this color to create depth. Then I'll be using the blending brush and using any of the leftover product to blend out the dark brown. The key to blending is staying close to where you want the color concentrated and using bigger movements where you want the color to be more blended. If you find that you want to add more dimension and depth to your eye, go back in with a dark brown and go back to the lash line and add more of that color. Again, I'll be going back in with my blending brush to blend this out. To clean this up, I'll be using a makeup wipe and using my finger to create the shape that I want. Now I'm just going back in with my Beauty Blender to clean out any fallout under my eyes. Small angled brush, I'll be lining my lash line with a dark brown. This will act as a guide when you apply eyeliner later. Next, I'll be using Beauty Counter's mascara and applying that to my lashes. With the Lilly Lashes Eyelash Glue, I'll be applying ShopLoveTk's Sugar Lashes. Once I have my lashes on, I'll be going in with an eyeliner and following the line that we created earlier. Then I'll be going over the lash line and any glue from the eyelashes. To help with creating a sharper wing, I'll go in with my fingers and smudge that out. With a small pencil brush, I'll be going back into that peach coral shade from M Cosmetics and blending out the lower lash line. Then I'll be using a smaller detail brush and going back into the dark brown to create some depth. And the eye makeup is complete. Using Morphe's lip liner in Sugar Pie, I'll be lining my lips. Since I love overlining my lips, I find that using a brown shade helps create a soft contour effect on my lips. I like to start with the upper lip and then go into the lower lip. Then I take a lip brush and blend this out. If you don't have a lip brush, you can also use a Q-tip. Then I'll be using KKW's lipstick in the shade Love to fill in the center of my lip. Going back in with a lip brush, I'll be blending any harsh lines. Next, I'll be going into contour, and I like to use shades that are on the neutral side where they're not too cold but not too warm. Using an angled blush brush, I'll be first going into my cheeks. I like to use a stamping motion and then I'll blend it out. Then I'll go under the jaw and make sure to blend this out. And then lastly, going into the temples of the forehead. Using Kylie's blush and going into the apples of my cheeks. I like to keep this on the higher side. As you can see here, I like to blend this in an upward motion. I also apply the leftover blush to the chin, the nose, and the temples of the forehead. Using the Dior Glow Face palette, I'll be going into the silver and gold shade and applying this to the tops of my cheeks, the forehead, the chin, and also the nose. Then I'll be going back into that bronzer shade and contouring the nose. I like to start by drawing lines on the sides of my nose, then using the fluffy side of this brush to blend it out. Using my Sephora foundation powder, I'll be going in and cleaning my nose contour. I'll pop my highlighter on the tip and bridge of my nose, as well as my chin, lips, and eyes. And that's the completed look for my soft brown smoky eyes.